particular day. So the first speaker, Dr. Raghavendra SM sir, he is a very versatile personality, postgraduate in forestry, and performed at various capacities in different organizations and firms across the country. He has started his career with the research fellow at US Dharwad. Then he moved to IWST Bangalore for the research purpose. He was there with LIC India for a very little period. Then again, he joined for the GKVK campus Bangalore as for the research purpose. He was also consultant for the very prestigious firm Aditya Birla Group, Haryana Polyfibers. Then he also served in the MOEF as a research staff. Then from 2017, actually he engaged in the forest certification kind of work. He joined for the international or multinational company GICIA India Private Limited as a manager for the forest certification and monitoring and evaluation of the different forest-based industries. And now he is working for Bureau Veritas India Private Limited as a Forest Stewardship Council chain of custody lead auditor. It's a very responsible post. He actually audited many of the leading wood-related, pulp and paper-related industries, then private forest farms. Especially his skills are in the forest certification, monitoring and evaluation of JFM and social forestry plantations, small forestry enterprises, then afforestation programs. He is very much expertise in monitoring and evaluation of the timber trading. And one thing I must tell you, he was very instrumental in getting a recognition for the forestry degree program in the recruitment of state forest service, especially in the Karnataka. That actually, that was a very instrumental or a very important change for the forestry graduates because of Raghavendra sir and the other many of the seniors. Many of the forestry graduates, they are serving in the forest department at various capacities. So this is a very brief introduction regarding the speaker. And finally, overall, with all this, he is very friendly. He wants to interact with forestry guys. I encourage students to interact with him, and please keep it as a very informal kind of session. And thank you, Raghavendra sir, for joining with us. Friends, moreover, though he is an expert in forestry, moreover, what I found is he is a very, very good human being. Please take advantage of this particular session. I wish you all the very best. And under the banner of CAST, which is a flagship program of Navasari Agricultural University. So I hope this program will deliver its purpose. Thank you one and all. I welcome you all once again. Raghavendra sir, I'm just handing over this session to you now. Over to you.
So thank you, Harsha Agde. So actually, this is one of the important session of our NTFP, as well as medicinal and aromatic plants. So under forest products and utilization, I think UG might have forest certification as per 15th committee. So earlier it was actually missed out from the syllabus. So this is very important, and those who have not studied this particular course during UG, so this is an opportunity to gather the information about forest certification, and this is one of the important career advancement for the forestry graduates, where they can establish their own industries, maybe service component. Okay, so for the society, especially farmers' livelihoods of the things. And because of this today's important meeting, so our university officer could not able to join this particular session. So all our university officers, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Z.P. Patel sir, Honorable Director of Research Dr. Sunil Chaudhary sir, and PI and Nodal Officer of CAST project Dr. T.R. Alawat sir. So they have conveyed the best wishes to you all, and also to the speaker. to broaden the topic of this forest certification to all our participants. Okay, thank you, Raghavendra. So you can start now. Okay, thank you.
Okay. I thank University of Agriculture Sciences Navasari to giving me this opportunity. I thank you, Gunga sir and Harsha and my colleagues. I can see Mantesh and Dr. Sinha. I had worked with him for a brief 5 months period at IWST. And I see my sirs attending this talk, Sir Arjun Koppat sir, GV Dasar sir. I'm very feeling proud to give a lecture in front of them. Well,
SM sir, sorry for the interruption.
okay.
I would just like to acknowledge one more important person. He has joined with us, Mr. Shivas Joisa. He is also working in Forest Certification Agency. We have invited him as a co-panelist. He will be participating in the this one discussion section or interaction session. Shivasa, we are also welcoming you as a special guest. Okay, thank you, SM sir. Please.
Well, Srivatsa is much more senior to me in this field. You have to arrange a bigger lecturer than this. Okay, let me start it formally then. Well, yellow it guru, Ivagina italapa.
Sir, please share your this one presentation.
Yeah. Folder open ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ?
Yes, sir.
Actually, you just open it. Open the PPT. Then go to
open the PPT, sir.
First open the PPT.
Okay.
Then come back to Zoom.
1 second.
Go for share screening.
Yeah.
Go to share screen.
Yeah, I am there.
Okay. Then you pick up PPT. Click on the PPT.
I don't find the PPT here. Hold a second. Okay, now it's there. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
Please carry on.
Before starting, let me tell you, Harsha, you can collect the questions if you can ask at the last, or whoever wants to ask the question, unmute themselves, their audio, and they can ask the question.
Sir, we can take up question at the end. That will be fine. Yeah, in between.
I am fine with anyway. If they ask in the middle, it will be very interacting.
Okay. Then, sir, it will be as per your convenience. If somebody wants to ask in between, they are free.
But
they can
make sure
they
that
can post in the chat box also. Questions can be posted.
Actually, my suggestion is Raghavendra ji.
Sir.
We can discuss at the end. So let you continue because if I open the session, so this will be disturbed, okay, by the participant.
Okay, sir.
We will have a discussion session at the end of the presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay. Well, let me start with the topic today, which assigned is forest certification, career and opportunities. Before following up, the title given was me forest certification career opportunities. I feel that the career and opportunities are different words. The opportunities are the jobs which are available to you, and the career you make out of such jobs and with that profession and the occupation. So what I got to know from collected information from Dr. Harsha is that this is the syllabus which University of Agriculture Science is right now having. Please correct me, sir, if I am wrong. The definition of forest certification process and methods, advantages and disadvantages, certification schemes in operation, Forest Stewardship Council, PFC, and CIFAR. Well, I am not sure about that CIFAR. Do they handle? Let us discuss regarding that with Srivatsa Joyce at the end. Okay. Before going to I will just start with a layman approach for a certification. Then I will come to the forest certification. Well, everyone knows about forest certification and all. Let me introduce what is. You can see the ISI standard here, right? This is the ISI standard helmet, which you see in the. What is the difference between the normal helmet and the ISI helmet? Everyone goes for the ISI helmet because of assurance given by the Indian Standards Institution, that is certified by Bureau of Indian Standards. Similarly, we have the food products. The food products are like FSSAI, this is the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Why I am saying all this is you'll get to know the forest certification if these are very familiar things which you are aware of. You may have heard some 1 or 2 years before the ban of the ban of sale of Maggie, which was there was a lead content and all, because the auditing team found something like that. See, this is, I mean, of course after the testing. So such things will be taken by Food Safety and Standards. So in India, these are the government agencies which provide, which are FSSAI. This is related to food safety, and ISI mark, and the B star, which is for electrical appliances. Ag mark, once again, for the food products. BS mark, everyone knows that it is for gold standards. So similarly, we have, what do you call that? 1 second. Similarly, we have everyone have heard about the ISO 9001 2015, ISO 9001 companies. These ISO 9000 companies means they are the world best known quality management. This ISO 9001 is the mother of all the standards. Even our forest certification standards are majorly consists of environmental or sustainable forest management plus quality management approach. Whatever the ISO standards are there, the FSC standards also are FSC or the other forestry standards also majorly inspired from the this ISO 9001 standard. So it is one of the world's most best known quality management standard for companies and organizations of any size. So then let's see what is certification. Certification is the process whereby an independent third-party body called as certifier or a certification body assess the quality of management in relation to set of predetermined requirements. That is, predetermined requirements means the standard. Every auditor or every auditing company does this audit based on these standards. The certification body audits the companies based on these standards. So similarly, now we have got before what I shown before was the general certifications. Now coming to the forest certification, these are this is one of the certification. Here, Forest Stewardship Council is one of the certification. When you buy a forestry product which is a certified product, you will see such logos on it. If you buy, if you see ITC paper rim or JK paper rim, you can see that, or even a built ones or a West Coast paper mills one, you can see that. That's a paper rim. The next one is lumber, and the other one is this. What do you call this? Handicraft, which is the major exporting thing happens from India, the handicrafts. Okay. Now I said you in the previous slide there are standards, okay, and similarly there are standard setting bodies. Majorly there are many standard setting bodies, but majorly there are only 4 standard setting bodies, which you can say that is FSC, Forest Stewardship Council, PFC, the Program for Endorsement of Forest Certification, that is situated at Geneva, Switzerland. FSC is situated at Bonn, Germany. And GRS, Global Recycle Standard, which is located at Netherlands, which operates from Netherlands. It's distributed throughout the world. And the California Air Resource Board. This is situated in the state of California in US. Well, coming to the Forest Stewardship Council, which covers which is the major standard setting body, and which I will be covering mostly in this presentation. I will be covering only limited to FSC. Coffee. So the Forest Stewardship Council is an international non-profit multi-stakeholder organization which was established in 1993 to promote sustainable forest management of the world forests. So now you may be having a question, right? Why the forest department is already managing the forest? Why the other guys have to come and manage? Why is because this third party evaluation is throughout the worldwide, first thing, and it gives the legality process from starting from the forest felling to the product, which I will explain you in later. Then PFC, this is the another program of endorsement. Both are NGOs. This is a non-profit organization. Once again, the PFC promotes sustainable forest management through third-party certification. So, global recycle standards is a majorly it's a full product standard that requires third-party certification. Once again, it majorly concentrates on recycled materials. And California Air Resource Board, it majorly concentrates on the composite wood products which uses formaldehyde, and its standards related to the chemical things. And if you want to export or any composite wood like or any plywood, it has to be required. State of the EPA means Environmental Protection Act of US states that this California Air Resource Board has, everything, the wood products has to be certified from this CARB. So now I said about the standard setting bodies. Now who does the standard setting bodies? Does the setting of standards, but who does the audits? The standard setting bodies doesn't do the audit. Okay, before going, the other things besides FSC all will be covered by next talk by Srivatsa Joyce in the future talks as planned by Dr. Hegde and Srivatsa Joyce. Okay, there are many certification bodies, majorly around 12. The prominent one which works in forest certification are 12 certification bodies right now, as per my information. Well, Shivatsa can add that in the later part of the talk. The major certification bodies are BM Trada and the Bureau Veritas. I don't know what is the full form of BM Trada. You can Google it and search for that. Bureau Veritas certification, which I work for. This is throughout the world. And scientific certification systems, which I worked previously, and which was affiliated for an Indian company called JSA India Private Limited. And now it is affiliated with Eco Stewardship Company, which Srivastava Joyce works for. So control union, Asha, okay, there was a disturbance on the screen, sorry. Okay, the control union certifications, this is another certification body. Then Interface NRM Limited, and Preferred by Nature, which was previously called as NEPCON, SGS, Chain of Custody, SGS Forest Management, Soil Association Certification Limited, Soil Association Certification Limited, Forestry, Worldwide Fund for Nature, that is WWF. Yes, WWF only doesn't concentrate on the conservation. They are in the commercial enterprises like forest certification also. Okay, how does this forest certification works? So it is voluntary market-based tool for forest certification. Anyone, any production unit or any manufacturing unit can opt for themselves, and it, as I told you before, it tracks the product from forest to shelf. Shelf means the bookshelf or any shelf at home. Then the sustainable produced forestry products are identified with FSC logos normally. So how the first thing, it happens on the land, on the forest, that is a forest management certification happens. Once it enters the raw material from the forest enters the industry or the manufacturing unit, the chain of custody certification starts, and then those industries or the manufacturing units produce a forestry product like a chair or a paper, and the product gets labeled. So well, as I told you, I will be concentrating only on Forest Stewardship Council certification standard setting body. One, there are two types of FSC certification majorly, that is forest management, which are related to forest. One is forest management and another is chain of custody. As I told you, before, what is forest management certification? Forest management certification is you certified the forestry products on the forest land or on the plantation or on the private forests. Of course, in India there are no much of private forests, but in other countries there are many. Like Canada has got a lot of private forests. So there are many, and also the agroforestry lands and many such things. When you certify those lands or the process of the management, the forest management certification happens. Next is, as I told, chain of custody certification. The chain of custody certification involves the tracking of FSC certified material from the forest to consumer, and includes all successive stages of processing, transformation, manufacturing. Then the label gets, then it guarantees the product can be, and also it guarantees that the product can be tracked back to an certified source. So what are the types of certified forest management enterprises in India? Well, as I told, natural forests, reserve forests, protected areas, plantations, timber, bamboo harvesting areas, rubber plantations, private forest lands, farm forestry or agroforestry lands, and which are plantations raised for pulpwood plantations like Nilgiris, to say eucalyptus or casuarina, poplar, or any other such species which are helpful for pulpwood. So in India at present, this is a little bit of old statistics data. In India, this is around it's around approximately around 81,000 hectares. 10,000, it's around 80 lakh hectares. And number of forestry management certified is 12 numbers. Probably it has been updated. Well, my company which I work for, Bureau Veritas, we don't do the forest management. Later in the after the talk, this number can be updated by by Srivastava Joyce. So which are the major forest management enterprises involved in which has got a forest management certification? One is Uttar Pradesh Forest Corporation, Tripura Forest Development and Plantation Corporation Limited. Tripura has got a beautiful rubber plantations, and Bamagad Forest Division in Maharashtra, Kasu Brahmananda Reddy National Park, that is in Andhra Pradesh. It is still under the forest certification, or I am unaware of that. And Lokavaniki Kisan Samiti, which is an NGO, it's situated at Madhya Pradesh. New Ambadi Estates at Kerala and Tamil Nadu border, which is managed by Murugappan Group, which also produces, you may have heard of BSA cycles and all. BSA cycles and Patneshwari Agra Cooperative Limited, and the SARA. This is a Society of Afforestation Research and Allied Works, Karnataka. This is in and around Dandeli, which mainly procures, or it is a group of farmers which produces the eucalyptus plant trees or the raw materials for the West Coast paper mills. Then we have an International Paper Limited at APPM Andhra Pradesh, and JK Papers Limited at Raigada, Orissa, and also now the JK Gujarat is also added up, I guess, and ITC unit Bhadrachalam, and Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Papers Limited, Erode. So now after once it is forest management certificate, the raw materials comes to the industries. Those industries which we certify as chain of custody certification. This kind of certification applies to manufacturers, processors, traders, middlemen, who all wants to get certified the forestry products. Then it verifies FSC certified forestry products along the production chain, as I told you before, from starting from the entering from the gate of the manufacturing unit till the exit gate of the production of the of the manufacturing unit. So it's also demonstrate with the compliance with the public and private procurement policies. Well, what does this mean? Means the manufacturing unit has to obey the public policies or the public acts, like there is a 1976 Karnataka Tree Act which exempts only some of the trees, which includes eucalyptus and casuarina and other plantation crops, but doesn't exclude like the albergia or teak in that. So the manufacturing unit has to obey this if you want to get a certification. Of course, they can do teak or the other thing which if they procure from the certified management units. So, and that also it must be specifically environmentally responsible materials. I mean, environmentally responsible things, like it has to obey the pollution norms and all. So approximately the status in India is around 325 to 350 COC certifications. Well, what I talked about forest management, the forest management as of now, the certification in India is very less, but the chain of custody certification is more in India. This statistics is for India. Okay, then FSC COC, additional standards. It is called controlled wood and reclaimed material. Reclaimed material is recycled material, which is either from the timber or from the paper, which can be a pre-consumer waste and post-consumer waste. What do you mean by pre-consumer waste? Pre-consumer waste is before consuming by the consumers. Means while producing, you may be having a sawdust or which is used in some or in some industries, or in the waste papers, which is once again used for making articrafts or which are used for recycling of the paper products. And the post consumer is everyone knows, whoever consumes and then later we recycle it. So another one is important is control wood. These are the for companies that source non-certified material, and it has to be procured from a legal entity, means which are managed by which are managed forest by legally, and the efforts to avoid sourcing and trading wood or wood fiber from we have to avoid from illegally harvested wood and wood harvested in violation of traditional and civil rights. If there are like civil rights happening within those forest areas, like one thing which you had Vedanta in Orissa and all, where there was a civil rights, and if you procure from such time, the FSC doesn't consider it as a FSC standard after legally solving those things, and if the certification happens, then only the FSC considers it. Regarding this, the FSC control wood, I am not a control wood auditor because this requires another promotion for me to do the audit. Well, in the end of the session or in the next session, whenever you people involve Shivasa Joyce, he'll be more telling about control wood. So now let's come to the main career opportunities. Right, everyone who I mean, which is the most interesting topic for the students here. Of course, everyone studies maybe now for a certification for the recent batches they have got in the syllabus. Everyone reads it, writes in the exam, and then forgets it, as we all did while studying. Okay, well, what are the main career opportunities? Once again, I am quoting here ISO 9001. This is a quality management system. It's like you have to pass this course. There will be a training conducted by many certification bodies and the training bodies. You have to do this because it is like a matriculation. Every auditor has to undergo this training and have to possess this certificate before becoming a forest certification auditor. So the opportunities opens up for our graduates from this ISO 9001 itself. You can, if you specialize in that standard itself, you can become a lead auditor. Many of the engineering graduates do this, and of course our forestry graduates can also do this. And you can also become an internal auditor doing this lead auditor ISO 9001, the many of the companies, forest-based companies or industries requires internal lead auditors, and who helps in the external auditors like us while doing the external audit. And the next is ISO 14005, which is environmental management systems. There are career opportunities for this one also, where we look into environmental impact assessment and many other things. In this, you can build up a career in this also if you go through a if you get the certificate after the training. Well, I want to mention here. I'll mention later why in the next slide. And the next one is FSC auditor, that is forest auditor. Either you can become a forest management auditor or a forest chain of custody auditor. Normally, everyone will be both. Forest management auditor is also given by there are many certification bodies which trains for this FSC, PFC, COPS and GRS. These are when you enter, you will be a lead auditor, and after some years of experience, say some 2 to 3 years, you will be a senior lead auditor. Now Shivasa Joyce is a senior lead auditor. I am a lead auditor still, because I joined the company very late. Shivasa was 1 year, joined the certification industry 1 year before than me. So as I told, there is you can for the internal auditors also there are career opportunities, and there will be a jobs also in forest-based industries or quality management system industries like ISO 9001 companies. So coming to the major another thing, what does we as a forestry graduates should have? The major skills, what the certification bodies, especially the forest certification bodies, looks for. It is always better to start with 2 to 3 years of experience in any of the forestry field, be it you as a junior research fellow, or a senior research fellow, or RA or something, or even now there are forestry experts in MGNRG scheme. If you have that background of the 2 to 3 year experiences, the certification bodies will be ready to employ you, of course. And another major skill is good communication, especially English, because we as a University of Agriculture Science graduates lack us communication skill in English. Though we are very much knowledgeable guys, and though everyone are very much aware regarding forestry, compared to the industry guys itself, but you need to have a communication skill, or either a link language, which link language like the link language I mean is Hindi here. So Hindi or any other local languages in South India, when we go for certification, we need if the auditor will be having will be aware of all the languages, at least if he understands what the farmers or the local staff talk there, it will be very helpful. So before that, the most important thing is here your mindset has to be there. You have to be in private sector, especially if you want to be a forest lead auditor. There must be no deviation like for the US posts or like assistant professors or anything, or if you are preparing for any exams or like forest department posts or any other government jobs. This you can't work I mean, you can't work in both. I mean, while working, it's very difficult to prepare for exams because it's a 24 bar 6. I mean, you need to travel a lot. You need to travel through buses, through trains, through flights, throughout India. The company expects everything. We travel almost like from the midnight till the next midnight. Sometimes we travel like, if we start in the journey from 2:30 night in the midnight, we will be returning to 2:30 midnight. One day audit, like if we are going from Delhi to Bombay and returning back, it happens like that. We have faced, I mean, you have to be ready for traveling, and you have to be I mean, ready for 24/6 job work. Of course, Sunday they normally there will be no works, and but there will be the back end works like report writing and all. And major thing is build good network of friends. Why I am saying is good network of friends, why, how I entered here. I want to mention another name here in forest certification, especially in India, is Manujos Mattam. Manujos Mattam was one of the pioneers in forest certification in India. He started his certificate. I mean, he was working for Harrison's Malayalam before doing the forest certification. He joined in the late 2008 or 2009. The what I said, the SCS certification systems, it had an affiliation within India, which is JSA India Private Limited. Affiliation means the partnership. The partnership in India for forest certification, that is JSA India Private Limited. He built that company with the help of Mr. Sachin Jainraj. He is also one of the pioneer. He is the MD of JSA India Private Limited. And the forest certificate, if I am not exaggerating, the forest certification in India was started by them, the JSA India Private Limited, and then it's rised and picked, and now there are around 400, around approximately 350 to 450, 350 to 400 industries, and also some around 14 to 15 forest management units. Why I am saying all this is, I am a very good friend of Manoj Mattam. That's how I entered forest certification. And Srivasa Joyce, being 10 years junior to me, he was in a good touch with me. He built a good network of friends. He entered certification industry. Not only the certification industry, if you want to have enter any private industry, you should have a good network of friends. And the another major thing is integrity. Integrity means honesty. In this certification industry, the major thing is honesty here. While before getting recruited itself, the level 1 you will be assessed based on integrity and based on good communication skills. Recently, there was a offer from Eco Stewardship Council, I guess. Everyone were knowledgeable. Only one or two guys got selected because of only everyone was knowledgeable, but they lacked good communication skill. That's what I heard from the recruiting body, and that's it. If any questions are there, please. It's opening for questions. Please ask questions now. Hello?
Raghu. Hello.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the presentation is over, then
Yes,
I
yes,
request
the
the
presentation is
participant.
over.
Okay. So now the participant can interact. So actually, you are expected to have more information when you discuss about your queries with the resource person. So those things which are completely not mentioned are something you have a confusion, and some new queries you want to ask. So kindly you can ask through chat box, or you can raise hand and you can interact.
Well, I request Shivasa Joyce to switch on his cam
Ah,
and his mic also. Shivasa is here, right? Harsha?
Yes, sir. He has joined, sir. Shortly he will join. Sir, Srivastava will join shortly.
Okay, okay, it's okay. If he is not there, then it's okay.
No, no, he is in the meeting. I think he will join the.
The voice is little.
Yeah, Srivastava has joined, sir.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Are there any questions, Harsha, there?
Sir,
Let me open the chat window. Where is the chat window here? I'm unable to hear. Yeah, Kanika Verma ji.
SM sir, now it's audible.
Yeah, it's audible.
Sir, I have one query actually on behalf of students only actually.
Okay.
Sir, is there any internship program or basic training facility immediately after graduation or post-graduation so that they will be aware of this kind of job? Otherwise, it will be altogether a new kind of career for them, though they will study basic things in the degree program. Any companies or NCCF or some agencies offering?
I didn't mention NCCF in this because NCCF follows majorly of PFC standards only. So I didn't mention here. Well, NCCF is another standard setting body which is a major for India. There are options for internship in, as you told, in NCCF and also in certification bodies. The eco stewardship, they offer an internship. Some of the WWF offers internship, as I am aware. If you know any other companies, you can add up.
Yeah, please, Srivasa, is there any other option?
Harsha, your voice is very low.
Srivasa, please share your experience also. Is there any other firms they are offering some internship for the forestry graduates?
Okay, I guess his network has got some issues.
Yeah, Raghavendra sir, there is.
He is saying that he can't unmute. You can see that.
I will ask him to unmute. By that time, sir, we will take the question from the chat box. Karnika Verma, she has one question.
Sure.
Yeah, Miss Karnika, you can ask your question. Just unmute.
Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask that where can we get the certified training programs from, like FSC or ISO for the post of like auditor and all?
There are training centers. There are like many training centers for ISOs in India. Like BV also conducts the training for ISO. And for forest certification, the scientific certification system, there are many, the certification bodies also do that. And there is one Astra Academy which operates throughout world now. They also get certified. And I forgot to mention one thing there in the last slide. The company spends a huge amount on us before we getting forest auditor or lead auditor or senior lead auditor. This ISO 9001, it costs around 15,000 to 25,000. It depends on the certification bodies. So similarly, the forest certification courses, it varies around 60,000 to 70,000 rupees. So when you are hired, when you feel that you will be having a minimum requirement from the companies, they hire you and they give you training. Normally, we all got trained like that only. Everyone gets trained like that only. The company uh, puts money on you and they expect you to be there for some 4 or 5 years. That's how it happens. And there are many certification bodies for the training. There are training bodies are also there. Exclusive training bodies are there for ISO. Exclusive training bodies are there for what do you call the forest certification, and also the certification bodies will be also trains the auditors.
Sir, what about the charges? Is there fees or some charge, or just they will take service after training?
No, when you are hired, they don't. When you are hired, they don't take any charge from you. The company, I mean, the company spends on you. Otherwise, if you want to get done on yourself, there are many, and there are other. I mean, you can approach these training bodies. They will give you the training.
Okay, sir. There are other questions, just like, is there any competitive exams? And Avnish Kumarji, he is graduated in agroforestry. Am I eligible? You can just.
Every forestry graduate is eligible.
Yes.
Make sure of that, because now the especially the FSC and PFC have made it compulsory that not compulsory. I mean, either he has to be a forestry graduate and he should have a 2 years of experience, and second thing is, or if he has not got a formal FSC, I mean formal degree, he has to have a 5 years of experience in forest-based industries. They have made it compulsory now.
Sir, what about the graduation level? PG, undergraduate, or PG is necessary?
Well, some companies they prefer BSc, but some companies what do they take only postgraduates. Better is to do the PG. PG is because many of the companies look for a PG only, especially for a MSc forestry.
Sir, I wanted to ask another question. That, sir, this criteria just lies in India, or if we want to settle about all this in abroad, so is this criteria changes for all this?
Well, it doesn't change much. The FSC and PFC doesn't change much. It is common throughout the world.
Thank you, sir.
What's up? Hello?
Sir, we have representation from MOEF also. Mr. Mrityunjay Patil, he has one question.
Yeah. Please, sir. Mrityunjay sir. Hey, Srivatsa, can you hear me?
Yes, Srivatsa is now available.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sir, before going to Srivatsa, I want to just take up the question of Mrityunjay Patil if he is here. Otherwise, I will ask Srivatsa to just.
No. Please, he's a MOF guy. We need him. Let him ask.
Yes. There is a representation from ministry. Mrityunjay sir, if you have any question, you please. I think we can take up his question later.
No, you have to unmute him. He can't unmute himself, I guess.
Okay, sir. We will do that. Srivatsa, can you please brief about, is there any other options for internship? Srivatsa, please mute yourself and unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Oh, this is Mr. Mrityunjay Patil.
Hello. Sir, my question, of course, though if I'm working, but not it is question regarding those things. My question is, see, when students, when they are pursuing their BSc forestry and they will be having last 1 year for their Rave program and all that we all undergone. So during that, is there any possibility that university people can take up the forestry certification trainings, matlab internship in their good companies like what SM Raghvendra sir was telling? So university people should take up such initiatives, because just merely reading in a textbook doesn't make sense. So people, university or college authority has to take up to these things to the concerned companies. Am I right, sir? Raghvendra sir,
Yeah,
what do you say about this?
I understood your
Mrityunjay,
question. Patel, I understood your question. Well, recently there was one of a student, a final year student who wanted to do internship from Kerala Agriculture University. She contacted me through LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
I gave her a link to the NCCF, and she presently doing the internship with NCCF. I'm not saying that every company will be giving an opportunity for BSc. Normally, every company, I mean, the internship is given only in some 2 or 3 companies, not every company. I don't know about my company, there is no internship as such.
Yeah.
So, but Eco Stewardship or the GSA India Private Limited, they hire interns. They hire interns from IAFM. They hire interns from the forestry colleges. They have hired previously. They have hired MSc graduates. And also, what you asked regarding the Rave period, the internship, the Kerala Agriculture University has started, and uh, one, 2 or 3 graduates are now doing internship with NCCF, I guess.
Yes, I think our universities should also take up such initiatives with such lead auditing companies. That will be perhaps good help to the students.
Mrityunjay
And
Patel.
I don't want to, sir. Yes.
So welcome, and good thing that you are there in the discussion. Actually, in fact, we means those who are working in the universities, SIU setup, definitely we are working on that. Problem is that actually we have the state-based SAUs, no? So of course we would like to take up the different agencies working on different states. So those centers can be collaborated with the forestry colleges, so that in Rave program they can means if they agreed, so at least 1 week training program can be taken up with them. So definitely that would be ideal. So this is one of the best suggestion. We will note it. Again, we will discuss with Srivastav Joyce and Raghvendra how best we can take up this kind of activity through our system into a syllabus module.
I think syllabus also needs to be modified in that line, it seems, sir. I don't know how.
No, actually 15 earlier it was not there, so we have added this courses. Means the forestry faculty added this course in the 15 committee, and still each university have a capacity to modify, update their syllabus in between also. So this will be happen once in a while. So in between the dean or the university faculty think that this additional thing has to be taken into the consideration of syllabus. That can be taken up at university level through academic council.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
And Mrityunjay ji, you can also you put your input to the our task program, so that this thing can be formulated, and we can circulate among the university for further incorporation of the missed out things.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I see Sridhar Bhatt sir. Thank you very much, sir. And I see Dr. Shaparmat also here. Well, there is a good idea, but but sir has asked one question here. But the concerned forestry programs need to be equipped with a sufficient number of teaching staff or human resource. Well, that's totally left to the UAS guys. How do they manage it? It depends on them. Then next is Shaparmat sir has asked a question, Girish Shaparmat has asked a question to look into the certification sector jobs rather than the forest department jobs. Sir, I had mentioned this in one of my slides at the end. Whoever interested in private sector, they have to they have to forget about the entering the jobs in the government bodies or in the UASs, and have to concentrate their career if they want to build their career in the private industries. They have to leave all this and they have to concentrate on the industry, on the private bodies, on the private industries. Well, I will tell you one example of Srivatsa itself. Srivatsa had an opportunity to write the RFO and SAF exam. I guess he was pretty, I am sure that he would have cleared it also. But he is, when I went and met him while my PhD research, I asked him, he was the only one graduate who was interested to work in forestry sector, in private sector. Nobody was not interested in that point of time. At that point of time, when Manu had asked, and he has circulated everywhere through WhatsApp to every other groups, only Srivatsa came and he joined. I'm saying you, Srivatsa has done pretty well compared to others. Means he's already in a, when he has joined, he has got around 60 to 70% salary hike within 3 years. This is a remarkable achievement. Our graduates have to be very decisive in their in their decisions, in their decision making. If you want to enter in private jobs, you forget other things, you work here. I'm not saying about the certification itself. There are many other guys who are doing very well in the forest-based industries also, like our senior, there is Vinayak Desai, Girish, who are in the forest-based industries. There is another Suresh sir, Hanuman sir batch. He is also there. He's one of the lead man in Harrison's Ariara Polyfibers.
Okay, Raghavendra sir, we can just now hand over to Srivatsa. He wants to share some experience.
Well,
earlier question. We will come back to you for another 2 questions they are laying in chat box.
Sir, good afternoon. Hanuman sir is also here. Is really forest certification working effectively in India? Any proven examples? This is very good question. Well, yes, sir, it's working. Well, forest certification mainly it's a voluntary thing. First thing is it's a voluntary thing. Who wants to export? Let me give an example of furniture and handicraft industries in Rajasthan, in Jodhpur or Jaipur. Why do they take certification? Because it depends on the buyer demand. All the certification is voluntarily and it depends on the buyer demand. The buyers who are these industries, especially in Jodhpur, Jaipur, and the handicraft industries in Saharanpur in UP and Moradabad, and also in some parts of Noida itself, Western UP. There are many handicraft industries. They get certified because it is demand from the buyer. Whenever there is a demand from the buyer, there is a scope for certification, and there are around 350 certified industries, sir, as of present, and it's working on the ground. Okay, I can answer the other questions. Can now Srivatsa Joyce can continue if continue. Yes, the farmer products, if it is a non-agriculture thing, if it is anything related to forestry, the eucalyptus, which I said, which is procured from the the West Coast paper mills or JK, are all of the farmer products only, which are grown in the eucalyptus grown in the forest in the farmers field itself. They have made, I mean, the farmers have made some group and they got certified. There are some limitations there for forest management. Well, it must be 100 hectare minimum. Must be 100 hectare. So the West Coast paper mills have formed one association or one cooperative society and called SARA, and through them they have, I mean, 100 or more than 150 farmers have been enlisted in that group, and through that what do you call, through that cooperative body, this private body, this WCPM purchases, and it's get certified on the field itself, their products. So NTFP is a different aspect. Probably WhatsApp may add more about it. Harsha, WhatsApp is he available? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, please.
No,
Srivastava is,
Srivastava is once again muted.
no, he can unmute actually. He can unmute and he can discuss.
You're welcome, sir. Anand, sir. Mr. Ajay Shankar has a question. What are the other skills required? Communication skill, personal. The other skills will be taught by during the training itself. You will get to know during the training of your auditing firm, or during training. I mentioned this because these are the major skills which we University of Agriculture Science graduates should have. Well, hello. I don't
Yes.
accept myself.
Sir, actually, we have asked Srivastava to unmute. He himself has to unmute now.
There must be some technical glitch there.
No, actually, it was unmuted during your discussion. I think he might have some other queries in between. I think he will be joining. So there are, I think, some more queries. So
Please.
those who wish to ask question, please raise your hand. So we will allow you to discuss. Dear participant, do you have any queries? So let me know. So please raise your hand.
Two participants raised hand.
Okay. Sir, Srivastava has joined now. Srivastava, can you please brief about some of the internship opportunity?
Yeah. So can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes. Srivastava, please.
Very good afternoon to everyone. And just talking about the opportunities in forest certification. So every auditing levels has qualifications here. So getting that qualification initially is very difficult. So and actually we had spent almost 1.5 years just inside the office to get these qualifications. So it's not very easy to get the qualifications, and the standards, whatever we study in the textbooks is very different, and what we practically do in the field is very different. So there are so many small things that we should focus on before getting into the actual auditing. So all those things will be anyhow given in the trainings. So regarding the internship opportunities, so yes, there are so many internship opportunities, but there are only few companies who are offering that. Basically, maybe NCCF is offering now, and eco stewardship also offers sometimes, not every time. And I heard that NEPCON is also sometimes offers, but I don't know exactly. So internship opportunities are there, but it is very limited. And also even the job opportunities in certification is also very less. So last month we had in our company we had an opportunity, and what I observed during the interviews were there is no doubt that the graduates have knowledge regarding forestry, but only problem is the communication skills. So it's not only in English. I'm not talking about English. At least there should be some fair communication skills just to convey their message to the person who is in front of them. That's what we need here. So, for example, the big companies like the MNCs, when we go for the audit over there, so there will be vice presidents, and there will be like 30, 40 people in front of us. And if we could not able to convey our message to them very efficiently, that will be a great failure of the auditor as well as the certification body who he representing from. So that is the main issue. So please, I'm just requesting all the forestry graduates to improve their communication skills first. So that is the main thing.
Okay.
Yes, Srivasa, thank you so much for your inputs. We are
Also
continuously trying.
I want to, Harsha, I want to add the regarding internship.
Please, sir.
We will be having approximately 60 outgoing students, right? I mean, especially I am talking about Karnataka, there are 120 graduates. All the 120 graduates can't get an internship. Only the guy who is interested and who himself who goes for and look for the internship, only they may get only 2 or 3, at max 4 for a year. Then,
Sir, even interested guys, the percentage of interested guys will be almost in that range.
okay.
Sir, certainly we can take this issue for a little while, though it's out of scope for the this one, not out of scope, but strengthening of faculty members or the good strength in the forestry colleges definitely adds the value to the students' quality. That's sure. So definitely that will reflect in the profession of their particular whatever they are doing in their companies also.
Well, Harsha, one thing I want to ask you is, what I showed on the slide is, as of now, it's only the syllabus, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I heard from Panapet, there is, there is one forest certification course.
Sir, it's the 5th Dean standardized syllabus. Almost all the forestry colleges will follow in that particular syllabus. Now it's very common, uniform syllabus for all our country.
Throughout India, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. For PG, they have got any course, minor course?
Which one, sir? PG?
For PG?
PG, sir, one small actually course was proposed. PG syllabus has not been finalized yet.
Okay.
There is proposed course there in PG also.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Omsai Shinde, you raised the hand. You can discuss. You are unmuted, so you can talk to the resource persons, both the resource persons. Omsai Shinde.
I think, sir, he is not there.
Okay, so there is one more Karnika Verma.
I think she has completed her question.
Okay, sir, I wanted to ask that how can we look forward in this field further, especially in countries like Canada, where the maximum forest is owned by like private or public owned forest?
Well, see, it doesn't, certification doesn't only certify the government lands, it certifies the private lands also. You will be having in Canada. There is a all the companies which I enlisted. It works throughout the world. In Canada also there will be opportunities, or in
And
US, everywhere.
Canada has the highest number of FM certified, highest area of FM certified forest.
In the world.
Yeah, in PEFC basically, and not in FSC. In PEFC, Canada has the highest number of, highest area of FM certified forest. That is the forest management certified.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Actually, Raghavendra and Srivastava. So actually, in our essays, especially College of Forestry, so in different places, okay. So there is a faculty lack in the faculty strength of forestry, okay, in different state agriculture universities, especially College of Forestries are there. So through our actually CAST program, we came to know that so there are plenty of opportunities in the forestry sector. Okay, so where our people can train and they can take up their entrepreneurship independently, or they can be a service provider. Okay, for example, as I discussed, even a simple thing is that he can a service provider for the nursery seedlings. So he can get a quality seedlings from the assured nursery or certified nursery, and he can sell it to the farmers even with 50 paise for 1 lakh. So he is going to earn 50,000 rupees. Okay. Similarly, this area forest certification could be another area. So what Bhatt sir has opened that, so we have a strength, but we have a lack of faculty members who can teach those important aspects in the forestry. So means SIU has to be, especially College of Forestry has to be strengthened with the faculty members of forestry, especially or at least at the level of assistant professor or associate professor. So that the again the upcoming students can take up with new ideas or new piece of minds for new area of the research. So any other queries? Sinaji, do you have any queries?
Hello, Raghavendra ji. How are you?
I'm good. Sinaji, how are you?
Fine. Thank you for explaining.
All of a sudden, I came to know that you are in Navasari when Harsha talked to me. I didn't knew. I knew you were in IWST. I don't know where you went.
Actually, from after 2010, I joined here.
Okay.
In June 2010, after completion of my SRFship, I joined here as assistant professor in this Navasari Agriculture University.
Okay, sir. Ask me, sir.
So I have one small query. Actually, you have already mentioned in the PPT, but I was not able to understand that. If I am making any product from waste wood or waste things, so that also comes under the preview of certification.
Yes, there is a separate standard for that, for the recycled thing only. Like
actually, sir, there is a main standard which is 40004. Sorry, I don't number the standards. So there is a chain of custody main standard. So for that additional standard based on the sourcing of the material, so there are some additional standards like the controlled wood, the reclaimed material, and the project certification and other things. So it could be covered under certification, recycled one, and it is very simple to include it also.
Thank you, Raghavendra ji and Srivastava ji.
Okay, Raghavendra sir.
Sir, Harsha, I have one thing to say here.
Please.
I prepared the PPT to, it's like a sensitizing thing. Yes. There are many in-depth which you can further add the resource persons through Shivasa Joyce or through anyone, you can make it out.
Okay.
Why I did this? My slides were only for all the general audience.
Okay,
I
sir.
mean,
Okay.
it's for a basic thing.
Sir, one thing I just want to make a announcement kind of thing. Next on 27th, we have a talk from Amar Deshpande. He is a country manager of Forest Stewardship Council, India. And we have a talk from Dr. Manmohan Yadav. He is one of the pioneer in forest certification. Both of them worked with Manu sir also. And my next point is, since our student, regarding our student, Navasari forestry student, very nearby Gandhidham, we have a lot of forest-based industries, import, export. Of course, afternoon session is exclusively for that. But since Manu sir is most of the time now out of reach, you and Shivasa can help us to get some job opportunities for our guys in these kind of industries in Gujarat, especially in future.
I will tell you honestly, Harsha, how the field works there.
Yes.
They get a certification. The certification to get a certification. I mean, the Mundra port and the Kanda port are the biggest ports in Gujarat, right? And all the North Indian based industries, the export and import happens from that port only.
That's why, sir. That's why.
Yeah. You know, around we both had the experience in going to Gandhidham. Gandhidham is a heaven for forest-based industries.
Yes.
I'm saying you, and the number of sawmills are more than media shops in our locality.
Yes, that's why, sir. That's why. But it's very,
Sir, can I ask one?
But it's very crack to. It's very difficult to crack that particular circle.
No, what happens is it depends on the individual unit. How do they manage their unit? Well, some management is of totally family oriented. They will be having. I mean, I'm saying you, 60 to 70% are family management. If I'm wrong, you can add me. You can correct me there. All the exporting in handicrafts, all are family-owned businesses. So the family-owned businesses normally look within the family for the job opportunity. That's what happens majorly in Gujarat and Rajasthan. So they will be having a MBA guy who is well educated. He comes there and he takes over the family business, and he reads about this forest certification. He only manages it out. There is one interesting thing. I had gone there for a company named Bansal Forestry Products. He was very sharp in forestry skills. He had done some MBA. He was second generation or third generation company. He had a better experience than any other forestry guys for the imported wood. He can identify the imported seeing from far 10 feet only. He can identify that wood. That is a field knowledge. That, of course, one can approach through university correspondence or through college correspondence.
Sir, we are trying actually.
They may require, you have to approach the bigger units. There are many bigger units. What I said, like Sri Bansal Forestry Products, they have got in Haryana also. And there was another company which was which is
no, he was a trader.
Okay.
Sir, actually, though I am asking for Gujarat students, but it will be benefit for the other students to know the scenario. Actually, most of the Gandhidham companies, second generation, they have established their branches in Ghana, West Africa, even some of the other countries also.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if the what I feel is, see how this certification, how we got into it. Manu went into it, and we came to know we went in, right? This is a network.
Yes.
Whatever the university does or whatever the other college does, it doesn't help. It doesn't work like that on the ground. If one graduate goes there and starts working, then he has to spread from mouth to mouth to the other students. There, I guess, FRI guys are there are many FRI guys in.
Yes, yes.
I have met in where um, Moradabad,
Yes, sir. They are.
and Saranpur. I mean, there are many guys, and there are in Jaipur also there are many forestry guys, and
So
also
these,
wood science guys. Wood science graduates are.
sir, these companies will directly go to the campus interview to the FRI, and they don't actually know about the
No,
forestry courses in SAUs. Most of these companies.
no, sir, that doesn't really happen. That doesn't really happen. Campus interviews are very less nowadays.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
No, when I
Seniors help a lot, basically.
okay, when I
Raghavan
inquired
sir,
them, they
Yeah.
tell like that. Okay.
there
Sir,
is a
Yeah, because even I'm from WST FRI. So actually what happens is even we just drop a message in our personal group, so we'll get lots and lots of opportunities from our seniors. That's how it happens. So networking is always, it's there. Its
Yeah,
presence is must in every college actually.
what's
that's there.
Raghavendra,
sir,
there is a
I
queries
want to
actually
add.
from
No, sir, I want to add another thing. BSc Forestry and MSc Wood Science guys are more preferred in such industries.
Yeah.
Especially
That's the combination for them. The
Yes.
companies.
that's a very good combination.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Raghavendra, there is a queries from the Praveen Prasad. Can you take up?
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Please.
Sir, please.
Sir, basically my background is as a farmer, but I want to ask because we are having a 2 hectare land of moringa plant, and it comes under the organic conditions. Basically, we are using the fertilizer of organic things. Then what is the process for this for the certification? Because when we go with the government and other things, they tell that ki after 3 years we go with the certification process for these things for this plant and for moringas things. You have some clue about this? This is the vague question, but this is not linked with the topic also. So I am asking from you, sir.
Okay, what's you take up this question when related to NTLP?
Sir, so no, this is the agriculture land, right, sir?
Yes, personal land.
Yeah. So there is one certification which is FSMS, not FSMS. It was organic. Some certification is there in agriculture, which I don't remember right now. But what happens is, so when you use the when you start using the organic things in your agricultural land, there is a transition period of 3 to 5 years where you don't get the certification. So only after 3 to 5 years you will be getting the certification. So they call it as transition period.
Okay. It comes
Yeah.
under the forest thing. Basically, the lot of plant is there. More than 8,000 plants is there in 2 hectare. It comes under the forestation also. This thing.
For forest management, no, because minimum area is 100 hectares. So it can't be included. So if you go for agricultural crops, then I was talking about the So if it is agricultural crops, then after 3 to 5 years you can go for certification.
Okay. Thank you. This is a general thing which I asked. Thank you.
Okay, I think Rajesh sir, we had enough discussion.
So actually
Afternoon also we have.
now we have a program. So
Yes.
thank you Raghavendra and Srivastava for your wonderful talk and also participants. I request another my colleague Dr. Mantapa Sanknur for vote of thanks.
Hello, very good afternoon, one and all. I feel privileged and elevated for an opportunity to extend a vote of thanks under the in this August gathering on career opportunities in forestry sector. So firstly, I am thankful to our competent authorities Dr. Jadpi Patel sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, for giving us the necessary permissions and giving free hands to work and taking and motivating us to take the challenges. I'm also thankful to Directorate of Research and PI Nodal Officer of CAST project, Dr. S.R. Chaudhary sir and Dr. Timur Alawat sir respectively, for their constant support and guidance in successfully organizing this program and taking the responsibilities as and when required, and shouldering the responsibilities as well. I'm also thankful to our co-PI of the sub-project, that Dr. R.P. Gunga sir, Dr. Harsha Hegde, S.K. Sinha sir, and Abhishek Mehta for their constant support and taking this lead in organizing this event very successfully. And the wonderful discussion has been taken under this lecture by Dr. Raghavendra SM on the forest certification and career opportunities, and as well as with him, our junior Srivasa also joined and interacted very well with the participants and discussed in length on the career opportunities in forestry certification. Thank you for making this event as successful and accepting our invitation. And we anticipate a same kind of cooperation in near future. And as Harsha Hegde told, we also accept some of our students from forestry sector should also join a new area on the forest certification and enrich their knowledge, and by giving the interviews and attending the trainings on forest certification. And we anticipate a few students from this and students from this training can become an entrepreneur and lead editor, and by an example, taking an example of Srivastha and Dr. S.M. Raghavendra, so that the program would be a very fruitful. And I thank all the participants for actively participating and gaining knowledge from this training. And thank you one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mantapa. Again, on behalf of CAST and team NAU, so I would like to thank both of you as well as all the participants. So actually this lecture we have thought of presenting to our UG and PG students, and some interested faculty members of different universities also joined this particular program. Again, thank you very much for faculty members as well as the students of different College of Forestry of various agriculture universities in the country. And this kind of support and interaction would be very essential for us to take up the forestry sector to a lead in contribution to the upcoming GDPs in near future. Thank you one and all. Again, in the afternoon, we have a second session. Mr. Vikrant Tomar, he will be presenting on career option in timber industries at international perspective. So I request you all to join this particular second session in the afternoon. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Mantesh. Thank you, S.K. Sinha. Thank you, Abhishek Mehta, and other faculty members of College of Forestry, Dr. N.S. Thakur, for your what do you call, so support for organizing this particular program. Thank you one and all. So with permission from Raghavendra and Srivastav, I would like to wind up this particular morning session.
Sir, please, sir.
Okay, thank you one and all.
Sir. Thank you one and all.
Sir, thank you.
We are happy to host you once this pandemic overs here.
Okay, Papu sir.